Hi fellas, so today I've got another inbox review for you, and today we're going to be looking at Academy's 148th F5E Tiger Shark. Now this is an AFE Clubs kit repackaged by Academy. It's the F5E. Now it's these are a lovely little aircraft. Okay. They were vying at one point with the F-16, I believe, to become the principal supplier of small fast jets for the US Air Force. I could be wrong, but I believe it's something along those lines, unless that was the F-20. It might be, I don't know. This one is actually in South Korean markings. So I've always loved this jet, and it's trying to get a hold of the AFE Club one is, it's quite hard nowadays. So when this came available, I thought straight away, I've got to get it. My plan is potentially maybe get some more aftermarket decals for it, because some lovely aggressive schemes, but I don't know whether it can be used for this particular kit. Okay, so without any further ado, what we'll move over to the overhead and we'll get cracking. So as with normal with the Academy kit, you get a black and white, whereas it looks like a pull-out instruction manual. You get all the colour call-outs and the colour. Then we've got Mr. Hobby Colour, Mr. Colour, Life Colour, Humbrol, testers, enamel and acrylic, and then in I would assume Chinese, Japanese, or something along them sort of lines. I'm not 100% certain. We then open it up. Okay, we'll go through the first page first, and we start off with a lovely big sprue map before we move straight on. I'll just get that out of the way, onto the cockpit. So into the actual office of this aircraft. Moving on then to the control stick going in, the part of the canopy, so if you wanted it open, then the nose going on. Okay, before then we put the actual nose cone on, making sure you get the nose cone the right way around as it shows you there. Then the upper fuselage and the the forward fuselage and the rear fuselage. So that's where all the engines will be. Mating that to the lower fuselage and the wings, with the intakes going on there, and the tail fins going on there. We'll move on to the next one. Then it's showing you where to put the metal paint. So this is where it will be all where for the heat shields on there before we get the engines going on. As you can see, not full engines front or back. Before we then fetching it all together and then adding the undercarriage. Main undercarriage doors. Looks like you can have the two different doors, so you've got a closed door and an open door there, so it looks like you can do it the undercarriage open or closed. Then we've got a ventral fuel tank, a wing fuel tank, some what looks like sign winders, a boarding ladder. Before then we move on to the painting. Okay, so there's the one well, it says there's more than nothing else in there. So we've got two different numbers, okay, on here. So I'm just assuming these tail numbers would just be different, and potentially the tiger on there, which you can see the two there. Okay, I'm not going to take these. Oh, it's open anyway, so we can have a look at these. So while we're at it, yeah, they look really, really nice. Really thin. And perfectly in register. So they should go down really well on the aircraft. So now we'll move on to the actual aircraft itself. So we have the nose cone and the belly, or the lower nose. What we can see here, I don't know whether that's meant to be, see how that may be, that'll probably straighten up, see how it's quite flexible there. We have quite a bit of flash, so a bit there, a little bit here, nothing, you know, it should be fairly easy to get rid of. My main concern at the moment, just looking at it, is that twist there and how it might affect building this nose section up. But other than that, we have some nice rivet and panel line detail all over the bottom and the sidewall of the aircraft itself. So that's really nice. We have 2 sprues of stores. So we have 2 lots of fuel tanks, 1-piece pylons. We have part of the seat, some fins, the boarding ladder, the 2-part wheels, which got a little bit of tread pattern on there, and again some nice detail on the pylons. That's going to be part of the seat and the headrest, I would assume. Some parts of the undercarriage, the control stick. We then move on to another seat and cockpit detail, and as you can see, some really nice detail in there. A nice dry brush, or picking them out with some markers or something like that, they will turn out lovely. Side wall, so we have what are closed and open ones. If you have a look, even the closed one has got the detail on the inside. If you just want to have a look at that. Again, we have the nose cone, again making sure it's right way up. There's some raised bits on that, so it's going to have to make sure it's a nice join there. Hopefully you won't have to take a sanding stick to that, but you can easily put that back in, that little bit at least anyway, with some stretch sprue. But overall, some nice detail on there. Again, you can see the rivet detail. We have the tub itself and the front wheel bay. Again, some piping in there, though it's going to be hard to get in there to try and pick that out, but it would be worth it. I know a lot of people don't want seeing there because obviously it's the wheel bay, but you'll know it's there, so it'd be nice to pick it out. Nose wheel bay doors, I'm assuming these 2 here, and the main cockpit tub. Nothing to write home here because everything goes into that. You've got the side panels, the seat, the bit on the back there for the opening of the canopy. We then have the lower upper wings, the tail fin, tail horizontal stabilizers, some sort of weapon. I don't know what that is. I'm not up to modern weapons. The landing legs, so the main landing legs, and you can see it's got that nice detail on the hub there, so that'll be get picked out really well. And I'm assuming some more of that detail for either the canopy opening part or part of the undercarriage. So we've got slats on the front and flaps and ailerons on the wings, and again some really nice detail. Some people might say it's a little bit overdone, but again, that's the own personal preference. I don't mind it so much. At the end of the day, if it looks nice, I'm happy with it. And then we've got some detail on the internal of the wheel wells. What I will say, the plastic is not the smoothest. It's quite got quite a rough sort of texture, so that might need a buff out to, you know, maybe sort some of that out. We then got the lower wing and belly of the fuselage. So we've got the main wheelbase, some nice detail in there. Okay, and we've got these open and closed vents here. We've got the main, I believe that's the belly tank. The back part, okay, of the fuselage just there, and again, some nice detail there. We've got some nice raised rivets on that area. We'll have a look at the fuselage in a moment, see if that goes all the way around. We've got parts of the intakes, again looking really nice. Switch it over, nothing to write home with other than the belly pylon just there. And then we move on to the upper fuselage. Okay, so Taiwan, it's made in Taiwan. Okay, again, some really nice detail on there. There's where those vents will go, the open or closed ones. You'll have to do your research on them, see whether they will be needed. We have the engine nozzles, and as you can see, there's some lovely raised detail on those engine nozzles, and some detail inside. And then we have the clear parts. So really nice clear parts. We've got two different types of canopy. I will assume maybe one's for up or down, or two different versions, and then the main windshield. All really nicely clear. Lovely detail actually on the plastic bits. So yeah, it looks really nice. So that's Academy's 148th F5 that's been reboxed by no, that's a rebox of the AFE kits kit. Okay, it looks really nice. Just a few little worries, obviously, with the where that front part of the fuselage is twisted. Obviously, it looks like it's been designed to maybe put some of the an avionics bay in there or something like that. But we shall see how this all builds up. Well, yeah, it looks like a nice little kit. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you on the next one.